One of the things that we do here on every transmission job we do is flush the cooler out with this hot flush machine. Getting the cooler clean is one of them things that can't be stressed enough. Blowing through it with some brake clean and an air hose or rinsing it out with some soap is just not enough. There's just no way of getting that clean enough. We made the investment in this machine. It gets attached to the cooler lines right at the transmission. It's powered by 220 and shop air. It has an internal pump as well as a reservoir and a heater. And on the side there's a small flow meter as well. The fluid gets pumped through the lines, goes into this reservoir, and then comes through this fitting here. Underneath that is a fine stainless mesh screen. So everything that comes out of the cooler will pass through this screen before returning to the tank underneath. We will start with a 15-minute cycle. The fluid is not yet warmed up in this. The transmission fluid gauge is sitting at room temperature. We're about 74 degrees starting. The fluid will warm up to about 160 degrees total. We have a pressure gauge as well as a flow gauge. Currently we're running about 3 gallons per minute on the cooler flow, well below what they should be flowing. We have it set for a 15-minute cycle. We'll come back and check how it's done after 15 minutes. Well, we've ran 15 minutes. Our fluid temp is up to 169 degrees. Our cooler flow has also improved right about 5, almost 6 gallons per minute. Part of that could be attributed to the higher fluid temperature. Let's open up the filter and see what kind of debris we've pulled out of this. Lots of metallic debris. This is just after 15 minutes of cycle. As you can well imagine, having that stuff left in your transmission cooler is not going to do your new transmission any good. I'm going to go ahead and clean the screen up, and we're going to run this for 15 more minutes and see what it looks like. We just finished our second 15-minute cycle. Fluid temp's about 174 degrees. Our cooler flow has increased to almost 6 gallons per minute. We're almost within range of what we like to see. Let's check the screen. Still lots of metallic debris. No way this cooler's clean yet. And now let's go to another round, a third cycle. We're at the end of the third cycle. Greatly reduced, but we still have some debris. We'll continue to run it. It's not uncommon for these not to clean up in just a few cycles. Some instances we've had trucks take as much as 2 or 3 hours of flush time total to get cleaned up. Well worth it in comparison to having to replace the coolers when they can just be cleaned. But the only way to know if they're clean is with this machine. We'll check back and see how long this one takes. We have a clean cooler. Cooler flow is restored. The screen is clean. We can put this one back together.